Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of The Perfect Shade. We have Mr. Psyk
Hello,
with
what's
us.
up everyone?
Another local popping OG. And we're just gonna get to know more about you and your contributions to the Singapore scene.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very glad to be here. Thanks guys.
Thank you.
Perfect shade.
Alright, so can I first ask what is, for people that don't know, what does Psyk stand for?
Psych stands for Please Share Your Knowledge. There's a history behind the name, and the name has evolved to this current point. So when I was in secondary school, before I started dancing, people used to call me psycho, because I used to do crazy shit. I'm quite, I guess in a social environment, in social setting, I am quite an extrovert. I'm what people will describe as an introverted extrovert because I like me time. I like to be alone actually. But when I'm with people, right, somehow there's this switch that turns on. Then I just amp up my
Your energy lah.
Yeah, and I'm quite xiao. Like I get warm with people very quickly. I get overly overbearing, and I dare to do stuff. So, for example, right, there's this one story. It's not a bit shy to share, but okay. Pardon me, stupid kid, right? Stupid kid.
Yeah, we all were stupid kids. It's okay.
I remember when I used to hang out with some group of friends, all guys, and then like for example, typical I walk along the street and say, "Hey, that girl chill." So I will run to the girl and I'll do this. You mean this one ah? Oh, I will do this. Oh I'm that kind of guy. So that gave me the nickname, earned me a nickname of Psycho. Because my surname was so cool, right? But just called it Psycho Kia. So after that, fast forward a few years, I started to go to video game arcades a lot. And I started playing Beat Mania. I started playing DDR. That's where I met. That's where I met the first founding members of Fuyo Crew. But anyway, about that story was, I used to go to the arcade so much, right, that we got so good at these games, and at the end of the games, you will put in your high score. They'll ask you for, like most games, like for example, aeroplane games, or you play Sanguo, this kind, when you get the high score is like 3 alphabets. But for Konami, B-Money games, right, whether it's Beat Mania, whether it's Drum Mania, whether it's Para Para or like your DDR, when you get to put your name, it's 4 letters. So what we'll do is actually we are from the Century Square side. We will travel around Singapore, different arcades, just to try and get our names into the machine.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa. Until the machine reset, the arcade owners reset the machine, then we go and put our name again. Whoa. So then every time I ask for 4 letters. So I think Psycho, right? Psycho. PSYCH, like not nice. PSYC, like not nice. So in the end, I put PSYK. So that was Psych. There was no meaning then. So over the years, like Psych, right? Psych. So I started to make music, everything. So I used Psych until I met Buddha Stretch. I met Elite Force Crew, but Buddha Stretch was in particular the one that shared a lot of information to me. So then I became very knowledge hungry, and I wanted things that actually made sense. Like for example, even before that, my habit was, like everything was acronym, right? You already, like, Dog already told you about Wave, right? We are very entertaining. But before that, Fuyo also, I came up with the name. There's also an acronym for something. So all these things got different acronyms, like DPGs got acronym for something. So in the end, when Stretch taught me about like what Mop Top stood for, Mop Top was the I'd say a pioneer hip hop dance crew, made on precision towards outstanding performance, Mop Top. And then like when you look at prolific hip hop artists like KRS-One, Knowledge Reigns Supreme, that kind of thing. So I thought I wanted my name to have a deeper meaning other than just being Psycho. And because knowledge is something that I find so important, and because Stretch, the Elite Force Crew, always taught me this, including Wiggles, Mr. Wiggles, they always say each one teach one. If each one taught one, like, and we're talking about really, really teach, not just like in the studio teach one-to-one. Like if you find that one needle in the haystack of that student, then give them everything that you have. So each one teach one. If you continue the legacy of each one teach one, then the whole world will never lose certain art forms. That's what they believe. And I also believe in that. It resonated with me. So in the end became Please Share Your Knowledge.
Okay. Wow. So from a crazy kid to now a very knowledgeable person.
I don't want to say I'm very knowledgeable. I mean, I pride in learning, and I still want to keep learning.
Sure.
And also I think like perhaps a lot of my knowledge may also be incorrect.
It's just to the best of your knowledge.
Correct. Wow, that's a nice one.
Yes. So, how did you get into popping? Was that your first style that you were introduced to?
Yeah. So dance was actually not my thing. I really wanted to be a singer at first. I wanted to be a musician and a singer. But somehow dance came into my life, and that's a whole different story. If you want, I can talk about it.
Yeah, can share a little bit. TLDR.
I tried to cut down. When I was young, I wanted to be a musician. My mom is the one that forced me to learn the piano. Like Michael Sim, right?
Like all
same.
Chinese parents.
But I hated it because it was classical piano.
Right.
I didn't know there was jazz. My brother now is a jazz musician.
Wow.
But I'm very thankful that my mom forced me to do that because that helped me now, right, with music production. There's something, full circle. I hate to admit it, my mom was right.
Yeah, just nice. We were filming right after Mother's Day.
Yeah. I love you, mom. But so I just thought the piano wasn't very cool, and I wanted to be a singer. Then I learned the guitar because I want to tangkap jambu, just sing song on the phone, sing to girls, and that's the truth, right? But eventually, in secondary school, this was year 99, one of the biggest things about secondary school at that point of time was to perform at Teacher's Day.
Oh.
So me and my then best friend and a couple of other guys in the class, we would form together this band, and we said, let's go audition for Teacher's Day. Then we auditioned, we got in, shit. So we practiced, started go jamming every day until the day before the Teacher's Day performance. One of the guys, and mind you, all these guys, all to me are very cool guys. Like they get all the girls, good looking, all this. So one of the guys said, I'm going to talk to you outside. So went downstairs, level 1 of the school. Then he just told me, tomorrow for this Teacher's Day performance, we don't need you anymore. And I was like, why? I said, is it because I don't sing well? I said, no. I said, because, okay, sure, if you found another singer, then who's going to play the guitar for you? He said, actually, the guitar part is not a problem, easy to cover. So I said, then why? Why? Then he said, it's because you're fat, and it's an image thing. So I was quite affected by that. I was very affected. Because last time I was really very chubby baby. I really very big. And then I went into depression. At that point of time, I felt like my whole world became black. I wasn't interested in anything anymore. So I started to just play games every day. Play games until my mom got angry. So I would then go piano lessons and everything, right? But I would skip classes to go to the arcades to play games. Just so I could stay away and then just play games because I couldn't play games at home anymore. My parents were like limiting my time. So I just play outside, play until I became one of the arcade kids, one of the young punks there, okay, for not good reasons.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was during that time when I did a lot of very bad things that I won't share. But also that group of people became my family because for the first time outside of school, people came up to me and say, what are you doing today? Want to go hang out, whatever. So that became like my family. I felt that they didn't care about the way I looked.
You felt accepted?
Yes, I felt accepted. They just took me in and did activities together, go out, hang out, eat, or whatever it is, right? And then it was there that I met people like Larry, people like Victor. And then one thing became another. I started to also be interested in dance from then. So I started as a breaker in a b-boy crew first. Yeah. Then it was because we started to get VHS tapes that I saw, there's this thing that the guy does with this wave stuff. It was quite cool. And then I remember that at that year 99, when during the band, right, the song It's Like That by Jason Nevins came out. And there was Mr. Animation in that video. I thought, that's fucking cool. Like, wow, I want to do his run and everything. Yeah, his backwards run. I mean, rest in peace, Mr. Animation. But it's really, really very sick. And I think it was quite, I would say, era defining for that time, for that music video. Then suddenly all these memories of when I was a kid, I saw music videos on MTV that people were breaking on the floor doing six step and everything. Yeah. And because I grew up in Marine Parade, my family would always go to Parkway Parade over the weekends, and I would see breakers there. Oh. And this like 85, 86, the year 1985, 1986. Yeah, I would see breakers there. So this wasn't unfamiliar to me, but then it's like, it's still around. So then it's not that not that weird of a concept. So I got interested in it, so I started there. Then by getting all these video tapes, I would see the people doing popping. Now, this style looks cool, like robot. Then I started robot from there. Oh, yeah.
So it's very similar to Dog Ox Origin also.
Correct.
You also see like Breaking Crew, right? Then he like that one token popper.
Yeah, correct. Exactly. Yeah. So basically, that's how I got introduced to popping. But I didn't know it was the term popping until a bit later, about a year later.
So what was it? What do you think the name was? Or what do you
The robot dance.
Robot dance, okay.
Yeah, just be robot dancer. just be a robot. Like last time was, honestly, I started dancing because I just wanted to look cool. I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to look cool. But it was dance that kind of brought me out of the arcade, the not so good side of things. Because then some school guys saw me dancing. Then after that, I was in TP. So I can dance. Then during like this yearly, I forgot what it's called, like a party night kind of thing in school called Jam and Hop. Then I went, then they were like, hey, this guy can dance, they throw me out. So I just started dancing. I felt like the cool guy. Then I was like, yes, my dream coming true, I'm fucking being cool now. So yeah. So I started I started really liking that. And then because of that, at that point of time, I think you also, if you have been watching the Perfect Shade episodes, then you have heard Michael saying and Chunky also saying about the K-pop wave. That was the exact same time K-pop wave started coming in.
HOT.
Yes. So I also learned. Very same music video. Yeah. Just so you know, Locking Khan and Ho Wan all same music videos. Yeah. A lot of people were inspired by them. If you guys have a chance, go and watch it. Don't play it on your video because you're gonna copyright for sure. But specifically, We Are the Future. And the part when Chunky was telling you about the breakdown, that part of that song, they did an homage to Tour de France. So you can hear the dun, 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 inside the background of the song. It's really cool. And all these things that we don't know until much later. Yeah. So I watched HOT, and then I was like, wow, what? So I learned the dance. Then I saw this guy also inside there doing robot and popping. So this is the part where I can clarify. The person that Michael Sim was talking about is not Nam Hyun Jun. Nam Hyun Jun is a popper. He's an OG popper in Korea. The guy he's talking about his name is Jang Woo Hyuk. Jang Woo Hyuk was this guy that did popping, a lot of wave, a lot of glide. Then there was another guy called Moon Hee Jun. Moon Hee Jun, I can't say he's a popper. He's a very, very good performer, very good entertainer, but he was doing more robotic stuff. So Woo Hyuk was doing all the, like, he would do wave, then he would break his neck. So it's very flashy. Then he would like do this like balloon thing that really looks like inspired by Wiggles. You do this like invisible balloon, so they then you start to glide that way. So like something's pulling. So it really felt like it's inspired by Wiggles. But Moon Hee Jun would do something like he did like this, like that inside the video. And I was like, wow, I want to do that. Like that's the robot thing I'm talking about. Yeah. So I started to watch more and more HOT stuff, and I realized that okay, they are a boy band. A lot of songs I cannot vibe with, and a lot of songs is really like if you watch the song, the music video Candy, you realize actually it's very different. Okay, but We Are the Future in particular. So I started to chase more and more of their live performances to see whether or not they will change their choreography, change their routine. And then like it came to a point whereby I forgot which variety show, they were just interviewing them. Then Moon Hee Jun started saying this word, popping. Popping. I didn't understand a word of Korean, bro.
But that one word.
They're popping. I said, what's this popping? So in the end, I went to go and find out, okay, that dance style is called popping.
Oh.
That's what it is. Then from there, it's suddenly like one door open to an entire world. Like, wow, okay, this is it, bro. Yeah. So that's how I got introduced into like the whole world.
Because Doc also shared that back then when he started, he didn't know all these terminologies, right? All these names or technique, like walkout, twist flex, all this. And you were the one that actually taught him or shared with him.
Yeah.
So where did you get this knowledge from?
So it was forums, mainly forums.
Okay.
There was some interesting moves that I got from books in the library. Like Cobra. I learned the Cobra from reading a book.
Wow.
Yeah. So forums wise, there was at the start it was very difficult to get videos, and even if you did have a better internet connection, 56.6K modem, even if you did have, it doesn't mean that the information is accessible, because at that point of time it was very difficult to get a video recorded in the first place. Like a camcorder was very expensive, you know. All of us are like just street kids, and even in the US. So the main source of it was from the US because we were on these forums. So that's bboy.org. There's like Styletooth. A lot of people don't talk about this Styletooth. I think that's how you pronounce it. Steeltooth. I think that's how you pronounce it. STYLE2OUF. That's I think it was mainly a French website. So they'll post clips of it. Then there was this website called, I think it's called nudance.com. And there's another one that actually had 5-second quick time clips where they would just cut music videos that had certain dance moves and 5 seconds. Each 5-second clip took you 10 minutes to load. Then of course there's Mr. Wiggles forum.
Right.
So I was most active on the bboy.org forum. And then there was a popping section. So that's when I found a lot of information. I would talk to a lot of people, DM them, and just kind of chat. So I learned about certain foundations, and before that I didn't know anything about like timing and all that. So I learned certain moves. Then of course met Melvin. Melvin also had his share of knowledge. So then I can't take all the credit because Melvin also shared with Doc a lot of information as well. By the way, we call him Octo. So I think Doc also a bit funny.
His original street name.
It will roll my tongue, Octo.
Yeah, it's okay.
But it's okay. I'll try to.
You always say the older gen will know me as Octo. The newer gen will know me as Doc.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So that's how I learned, mainly from the forums, trying to understand what like Twisto Flex is, what a walkout is. But it was very arbitrary. Like, so walkout is like I think it's this move. It's kind of like that. That's a walkout. That's where the information came from. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I remember during COVID period, shout out RP Prods, like they did like a interview or podcast kind of segment with you and Bolo and
William.
William, yes, correct. And then y'all were talking about how, I think you mentioned that when you were growing up, your mom actually played a lot of disco music. Yep. So can you share like your upbringing with music being like all around you, right? How did that kind of impact you or like, affect the way you see dance or music now?
Okay, good question. How did it impact me or see dance? I think music-wise, I always learned to appreciate. I learned to appreciate music since a young age, just because it's part of my life around me all the time.
Right.
My father loved country music.
Wow.
Like he was like Kenny Rogers, and Billy Ray Cyrus. So I didn't care about genres at the point of time. It's just
music to you.
Yeah, that he played.
Okay.
My mom would listen to Boney M. She loved Boney M. Then she would listen to ABBA. She listened to Bee Gees. So I also at the point of time was on the radio. They would only play the songs that they are familiar with. So like Class 95 or 90 Go 90 FM, something like that. I forgot when there was radio. And I realized that my mom and dad knew all the songs. They would sing along in the car. So I was just like, that's the kind of music I listened to when I was growing up. And then I learned classical music right after that for piano. But as I grew older, and I was old enough, of course, it's inevitable. Everyone will hear Michael Jackson anyway. So I got my own like Walkman. My dad bought me a Walkman. Then I had Michael Jackson. I had a few. But I remember the very first tape I got was Four Non Blondes. The song called What's Up?
No.
I think everybody say no. But the moment you hear the chorus, it's like, and I say, hey, yeah. Everyone know this song, right?
Yes.
That was my very first cassette. My very first cassette was that. And I told my dad, I wanted this. So then he got it for me as a present. Then I listened. I can't remember any other song except for that song at this point of time. But amazing. So I think then from there, because I had that, I would then listen to Michael Jackson and all the other tapes I had access to. And then I think my parents never stopped me from listening to music. They never stopped me from wanting to listen to a new band or whatever. So like my first CD was Ace of Base. Yeah, and then I really liked it. So then I had this whole techno era. And so when I listened to all those music, right, I didn't realize how much of those newer generation music took inspiration or sampled from original disco classics.
Oh,
yeah, that's how.
Okay.
So that I guess that kind of like semi-influenced my taste in music, but I didn't think much about it. So when it came to dance, like in that world when I first started dancing was always all breakbeats and electro funk. I didn't care much about P-funk for popping because I started in the b-boy crew.
Right.
Only after I started to move out of it, then I realized, actually a lot of these music that we used to listen to as breakbeats, actually a lot of disco, actually a lot of P-funk. We didn't know. Yeah. And so that gave me some familiarity. But the more I learned about popping, the more I watched videos, then I started to realize, there's this certain few songs that I always hear and they are like what we call the P-funk classics.
Yeah, More Bounce to the Ounce or something like that.
Those kind of stuff. Yeah, that one is like West Coast funk.
Yeah.
So honestly, I didn't know how to appreciate. I just listened to it for the sake of listening to it. I memorized every single song from front to back. I memorized every change in it, every single sound in it, every single vocal chop, whatever. I just memorized everything without loving it. what I really loved was electro funk. Any electro funk song you just give to me, wow, the mood just like then turn on already. Yeah. And after that, you know, as popping the style progressed, then different sort of music come in.
Yeah.
But then as I explored the newer styles, somehow the older styles would appear more and more in these new songs. And the more I listen to the older ones with this knowledge now, the more my appreciation grew for the P-Funk styles.
Okay.
In particular for disco was a different genre altogether because disco was my whacking side.
Right.
Yeah. And I didn't understand why I liked disco so much. Specifically 1979 disco. I like 70s disco. That's when whacking was created basically. But I didn't understand why. Only when I remembered it's because of what was fed to me when I was a child.
Right.
That oh shit. Yeah, because I would play Don't Let Me Be Understood. I didn't play it, in fact. I was my mom was driving. And
you just played the track.
And the track appeared on radio. And then my mom was singing. I was like, oh, Ma, how you know this song? Like, I thought this was an obscure disco track that I go and dig, Santa Esmeralda come out this. Wow, then the breakdown, everything very nice. Cause I think it's very good for whacking. Right? Then I play at events and people loved it. And I was like, wow, maybe I found one gem. Then suddenly my mother singing the song like, hey, something wrong, huh? Mom, how can you know? She said, what do you mean by I grew up to this? I was like,
Put you in your place.
Yeah. So I was like, wow. So I think a lot of like my appreciation and love for disco came from my mom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, since we're on the whacking kind of topic, right? Could you share a bit about like your friendship or your relationship with Tyrone Proctor?
I miss Tyrone.
For those that don't know, who is this person and like why is he such an important figure in the whacking community?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tyrone is to me, he's more than an OG. To me, he's more than a grandfather, grandmother to whacking. When I first knew of him, I just thought, wow, some OG. But I had the chance to meet Oz Ninja. So at that point of time, I was dating a lady called Elkie. Her name was Elkie, and she was my dance partner for a little while. She was a student in old school. She started doing hip hop, then she took like reggae and dancehall from Carol and all that. But when taking, I think, some other dance styles like maybe street jazz or girl style, there were some whacking movements. And the only other person at that point of time, if my history is correct, Brian Lee was the only other person that understood or knew of whacking as an art form.
Properly.
Yeah. But because at the point of time, studios were very, very competitive, people who came to old school didn't want to go studio. It's like that one, right? And somehow, I think things were getting better. The friction was easing up already. Then studio invited Oz Ninja down to teach. And Michael kind of briefly talked about this course. So it was actually an instructor's course.
Right,
if you have to graduate with a cert that says that you are fit to teach. Right? He did that for whacking. But I knew Oz Ninja not as a whacker. I knew him as a popper.
Whoa.
Not realizing that the ninja name was voguing. Okay?
Whoa.
So yeah. So the reason why I knew who of Oz was because my history is I was in touch with Slick Dog of G Style.
Whoa.
And then Oz was actually a G Style member.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
So his popping name was Ninja Pop, where he wanted to carry on the voguing thing. So he's actually a multi-talented man. I miss you, Oz. It's been a long time. So he came down. I was like, I knew of this guy. I kind of wanted to learn what his popping was like, but he wasn't teaching a popping course. He was teaching a whacking course, which at the point of time I didn't know whether or not it was going to be well received by the public. You see,
right?
But he did teach a popping workshop, like a boot camp kind of thing. So I went. Right?
Okay.
And then I realized, because Elkie signed up for that whacking course, she wanted to find out about whacking with a few other people, Michael Sim included. And I realized then that Oz, outside of teaching, he was left to his own devices. Like he do whatever he want. And then he didn't have any friends in Singapore. So I told Elkie, hey, let's go be his friend, right?
Yeah.
I said, why not? Just go hang out with him. So I just talked to him, then we hang out a lot. So that's when he started to share even more beyond. So we would take him out. He liked to go people watching. We just hang out. Like we would sit like along like Orchard Road, just look at people, and then we just talk shit, shoot the moon and things like that. Then then he started to share even more about, okay, his teacher. He shared about Lockeroo. So his teacher is Tyrone. So we only knew of Tyrone, but we didn't get to meet him. And in the end, eventually, I think it was Andy Chua, who was also one of the students, Andy Chua, who brought Tyrone down to Singapore. I didn't get to meet Tyrone at that point of time also. I met Tyrone through other events when in Malaysia. So basically, after my relationship with Elkie, I started dating another Malaysian girl many years later. And she was also a whacker. Then that was when I got closer to the Malaysian whacking scene. So like Lee Ping, Ayumi, Whack Pao, all these kind of people, Whacker G. That's a whole different period of my life, but I met Tyrone there. Then, because I was always DJing, Tyrone would share with me his CDs. Tyrone had CDs, and at that point of time, I think whacking was still relatively new to Southeast Asia, Southeast Asia, right? Because Japan already had very strong knowledge, so did Korea. But it just us, right, the Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, that sort of area, Philippines. And then there was a chapter of iHow in Singapore that just started. And so Oz named me an honorary member of iHow Singapore because of the knowledge that I had. He said, you don't dance it, but you have the knowledge. You have way more knowledge and more understanding. So Oz, little trivia, Oz has this side brand they calls Whack Nation. Yeah, I designed the logo for Whack Nation.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I finally met Tyrone was very specific. He had CD A, B, C, D, E, something like that, right? And he shared a lot of history. And this was my interaction with him, where he gave me CD and he said, okay, before the battle starts, before the audition starts, during the warm-up period, you play music only from A and B. You're not allowed to play music from anywhere else. Right? You don't loop it, you don't restart it, just let it play.
Is there a reason why he had this requirement?
Yes, but I'll finish this part first. So then like top 16 or top 8 is only from CD, like C and D. Then for extra round, play from E, something like that, right? So he has specifics. And it was because he wanted to teach whacking in its original form. He wanted to keep it in that original form. He wanted to impart that original way whacking was done to everyone. He wanted to teach people who were interested in whacking more than just the dance. He wanted to teach the lifestyle. He wanted to empower the mind, the soul, and he wanted to also try to bring to you the authenticity of how it was back then. Yeah, so there were songs in the CD that were already pre-sped up, because that was how they did it with DJ Michelangelo, also a very prolific and very important member in the whacking history. He wasn't really, he wasn't really given the limelight he deserved, but he was a DJ. So he would speed up songs, he would like play a beat on top of those songs, and then the whackers would dance to it. So that was Tyrone's way. So for me, my journey of learning whacking was because I also then met Lockeroo, and she also shared with me like her knowledge and her music given to her from Tyrone. And also she shared her own perspective on music. And then I remember after I met Tyrone a few times, there was once when I said to Tyrone, hey Tyrone, you know what? I've done a lot of research and I did a lot of like digging, and I have some music that I think you might like for whacking. So he said, I don't think so. I don't think so. So I said, let's try it out. So during the event, right, at the warm-up time, there was a lot of people. I remember this was in Malaysia also. Then I was at the DJ booth. I was quite high up. So Tyrone also had a raised platform. He was sitting. So I was looking at him. So I looked at him. Then he looked at me. He has this face. He has this. Those of you who know Tyrone, he has this face. He always does this. So he looks at me. Then I said, so I play a song. Then he listened to it. Then he was like, So I was like, wow. Then change song. So that's the exchange. Right? When it was good, he'll be like, okay. So that's how I kind of learned from like that interaction. I sort of tried to understand Tyrone's mindset for music, and then I started to dig in that direction for disco.
Okay.
So that's my relationship with the disco music side for whacking.
Right. So can you also share like when did you, I guess, transition from being mainly a dancer and a teacher, right, to DJing and music production?
Wow, this one painful story. You might cut if I get too long. Sorry, if I go too long. So I started teaching dance officially in 2006.
Old school.
Yes, old school. First batch. full-time dancer. So I thought that. Music production, I started in 2007.
Okay.
Actually, when I was a kid, I already started music production, not knowing it's called production. But it was 07. I think it was 07. It was Wei Jie that introduced me to a software, and I still use it today. As in, of course, upgraded version, but that was Propeller Head's Reason. So I use Reason. Reason actually is a good software, but not that great for creating the kind of beats that poppers like to dance to, because it's very good for electronic music. It's very, very good for EDM. But anyway, I'm too used to it. I spend too much time on it. Right? So then I started making beats. So that's 2007. I started making beats. In 2009, I opened my own shop, Sexy Diamond in Hiren. During that period of time, around 08. No, around 09 to 010, I hated dance. I felt very burnt out. I didn't want to do dance anymore. I was like, man, fuck it, I don't want. But in 09, 010, and you know, Doc Ock told you this story. So there was a DJ called DJ Smoke.
Yes.
Yeah, he was one of my students for hip hop. I used to teach hip hop also. He was one of my students from Foreign Bodies. He's Chunky's junior. Then he graduated from school, and because I don't remember how he started DJing. I think it was a CCA, I think. So he picked up DJing, and then he became like the go-to street dance battle DJ for us in the Singapore scene, which was great.
Okay.
And then after he graduated, one day he came to me and said, hey, you know, I'm graduating, but my DJ set is in the school, so I have to take it out. But my mom doesn't like it at home. She says it's too big, and she doesn't like the music that I play, because he dabbled a lot in house music.
Right.
Then his mom didn't like it. So he said, so is it okay if I put my set at your shop? Like, put it here lah. Then in return, I teach you how to DJ lor. So I said, okay lah. Just do lah.
Okay.
And it helped me, because at that point of time, people who know the history, the Hiren was closing down. So whole business side of things, I won't talk about it, but basically it left me with a big hole in my life to fill, like a gap. So I started hitting dance, worried about business, you know, very, very quiet. So then I started DJing, so I picked up DJing from there. So that was when I started DJing, and I just left dance. I decided, I'm just going to leave dance. There was a whole period of time during the Sexy Diamond period where I got into the hobby of Nerf gun modding. I started to do a Nerf gun modification channel. If you look for it, it was at that point of time the biggest Nerf gun YouTube channel in Southeast Asia.
Wow.
So I made a name for myself in the Nerf community. But what I really liked was modifying these guns, and then go and meet them, talk with these people, then play games with them and everything lah. But that community reminded me so much of that joy I had when I first started dancing, that I had forgotten after all these years. I lost it, I got burnt out. And that made me feel like, wow, I really like this joy of, you know, just a hobby, doing something I love because I love it.
Right.
Because dance became no longer something that I love because I love it. It became more of, it's not because it's something that I want to do, it's something that I have no choice but to do. And it was
because
a very...
an obligation.
Yes, and it became very, very
draining.
Suffocating and draining.
Yeah.
So I just stopped. Then when I picked up DJing, I liked it more and more. Then I thought to myself, okay, you know what? It will forever stay a hobby. I never want it to be a job. I don't want this to get destroyed like the way it does.
Okay.
But how I got the opportunity to start DJing more was because Smoke, his own goal was a bit different. He wanted to become a club DJ. So more and more he would just do club gigs.
Right.
The first time that I DJed for a street dance event was Mel and maybe it's Mel and Robin's event, King of Hits, Queen of Beats. I can't remember if that's the actual event name, but it was an SP. And then I think it was before. I think Shah was involved also. Shah was involved. So Smoke was the DJ. It was a locking battle, and then I went down. And I rarely go to events just to spectate. At that era, I was at an event because I was invited to judge or MC or something. So this was an event that I went out as a spectator. I went there, then Smoke came up to me and said, bro, I need your help. So I said, what happened? He said, one of my needles broke. I got to go to Sim Lim now to go and buy another needle, like the stylus. So I said, you didn't bring your spare? He said, no, I was DJing last night at a bar, and then my needle broke there, so I'm using the spare now, but the other one broke, so I got to go. And in this whole room, right, no one else knows how to DJ except for you, and you know my playlist and everything. So can you take over for me and then just keep music going until I come back? So I said, okay lah, no choice, I just help. Right? So I help a bro. Yeah, so I help a bro. So I started DJing. Then this fella went right, got caught in traffic jam. Sway lah, because okay, let's be real. From SP to Sim Lim quite far.
Yes, it is.
Quite far. And then last time, like, no Grab here, just take taxi only, bro.
We still have to wait to flag everything.
Yeah. So he tried his best to get there. And then I started DJing. Then like, event must go on. So I was like, fuck it. Just DJ lor. So I DJ for the battles lor. When it came back, it was like top 8 or something. Then I said, you take back. Okay, can. Then that was when people were like, actually, Psyk can DJ also. So they started to invite me to DJ.
Okay.
And then, yeah, and then Smoke had his own commitments also what.
Right.
So he also didn't want to DJ, like he didn't accept a lot of gigs because had his own commitments. And at the same time, people naturally it's like, oh, the new thing, the new and shiny guy, right? This guy just try opportunities. Let's maybe different music taste or whatever.
Right.
So I started from there. So in the end, I realized that I was accepting quite a number of gigs that I couldn't keep borrowing Smoke's equipment or taking the equipment from my shop out because there's a whole bunch of stuff, right? Sorry, Zai, Zai brings everything when he goes, I cannot. I'm not like that. So I decided I just gonna buy a controller.
Okay.
Then I just gonna, So I bought, then that's when it started. So my transition from dancer, like full-time dancer, to being like a freelance dancer, to hating dance completely, to DJing. But on the side, production had always been a steady route. Production was always steady. Yeah.
Because you found joy in it lah.
I found joy in production because I set myself the promise to not feel pressured to make beats for the sake of making beats. And it was a learning journey, exploration. And it was, like I told myself, it will never be a job. It will never be a job.
I think one thing I also noticed, right, is that you have over the years, you have definitely built up a very big catalog of work, right? And it's to the point where, because I went for other events overseas before. Sometimes I'll hear, Psyk, like, so it's like even dancers from other countries also resonate with your music. So can you, I guess, share about how or when did you notice that, even my music production is starting to get noticed around the region? Yeah.
So the first one I released was a track called Bump. It was a cover of Mr. Wiggles' track. If I'm not wrong, the very first person that I watched dancing to this track was Popping J. Long time ago, Bump. And then I felt, wow, that's interesting. But maybe because it's a remix of Mr. Wiggles' song, people use it. It was a very easy beat to catch. Yeah. So that was a very simple rhythm. So I thought, but it's still very touching, like what the hell, like wow, quite sick. Okay. And then I started making more. And then the era was there was an era where trap was started to come out, but we didn't know it as trap at that point of time. We just call it hip hop, like songs like Black and Yellow, songs like Amelie. And there were other songs, but they always had this snare drum that would go pop, 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 like that. And I was damn inspired, particularly by Amelie and what was that song? I think it's called Colors. Colors by, forgot which artist name got Colors. Wow, suddenly memory. So then I made Come By Class.
Okay.
It was a Jay-Z lyric in Mia's Swagger Like Us.
Okay.
No on the corner got swagger like us. Swagger like us, swagger like us. Then he had this line, you can pay for school, but you can't buy class. Can't buy class. Can't buy... Then I was like, can. So I started to do that.
Okay.
Then I made Come By Class. And then Come By Class became a hit. The first person I saw that danced to it was Hojin.
Whoa.
And then the choreography side, like in the States, they started to use this song because at that point of time, at that era, was a lot of crazy beats. And people would memorize these beats and then they would try beat kill. It was a beat kill era. So I made songs with that mindset, right? And that whole era of time, all my songs had a beat kill section. So that was the thing that I guess put me on the map outside of Asia. Right. And then eventually, I think when I did, I at that point of time also I got very inspired by DJ Molder, my hyung from South Korea. DJ Molder, yeah. Molder is very influential in my journey.
Wow.
So I heard him do, I heard him do a flip of Evil Vibrations. That sample, right? Everyone uses that, but he did it, and I was like, oh my god, the way he flipped this sample is so sick, bro. I also want to do. So I asked him, I said, are you okay if I flip your flip?
Okay.
He said, just do lah. So I did it, and I did a beat kill version. Then Kite did it. Kite danced to it. That one, I think quite legendary, that video. Then I was like, oh my god, Kite! What the hell? So like, all these people I felt were the ones that made me famous.
Right.
Yeah. And then yeah, so that was how it started. That's what kept me going for a little bit. But I still wanted to experiment my own kind of music. And a lot of it was because I felt like, I would hear a song and I'd be like, like that was a Ken. T.I. had a song called Why You Wanna Do That. T.I. And it was a sample of Crystal Waters' Gypsy Woman.
Okay.
The last interview, someone asked me about this and I forgot the song, but it's by T.I. And he just flipped. Dun, 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 dun. And Gypsy Woman is a song that I used to listen to when I was younger. So I was like, bro, like that also can. Like that also can. I was thinking, this guy, of course, is T.I. lah, right? He's T.I. He's fucking famous. Like, who the fuck am I, right? But like, that else can flip, but like, this beat can. I also can. So I go and do it. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Like, those were the kind of things that drove me to try a new sound, a new feel, a new vibe. Yeah. And then that just kept me going for music.
I guess for the reason why I asked this, right, was because I think when you first dropped Electro Funk, right? I think it was when I was at RF Jam 2023. 2023, yes.
Yes, 23, correct.
Wow, when I heard that, right, I was like, shit! You can see everyone in the crowd, right? Wow, okay, Shafi behind the camera was like, oh my god, what is this? And just nice, it was like a Japanese dancer, Janus, right? Yeah, Janus. So it was like so fitting, it was like him also like, wow!
Yeah, Janus, and then it was Empty Pop.
Yeah, wow, Empty Pop killed it. Both of them killed it.
So songs like this, I would say it's luck. So for me, I take pride in making sure that I don't put out bad music to my personal taste. Yeah. I want to be, okay, I'm going deeper into this.
Yeah, no problem, yeah.
So when I first started breaking, when I first started dancing, there's a DJ called DJ Def Cut. And there was another DJ called DJ Zeb Brodsky. To me, they're sampling masters. Another sample master is Chemical Brothers. Chemical Brothers was more on the mainstream side.
Yes.
So I grew up listening to Chemical Brothers on the radio. Then I go and dig more and more. And then Prodigy was like my formative years. In secondary school, I listened to Prodigy and Rebellious Stage. But I didn't understand what sampling was until Def Cut and Zeb Brodsky. I listened to them and I realized they were sampling a lot of funk records and making it into breakbeats. They used to call it like super breakbeats. And so Chemical Brothers and Daft Punk and all these kind of people, right?
Yeah.
They made music that was very good to listen to. And it didn't feel like you would identify with the sample straight away. Prodigy made music, I can't say it's good to listen to because maybe the public won't really appreciate it, but to me it's damn hard hitting, right? And it was amazing stuff for what they did. It was very, very good for underground vibe, the underground genre.
So what is your thought process into making a beat?
Yeah.
Like a electro funk beat.
So like Zeb Brodsky, right?
Yeah.
And Def Cut, their motto is this, especially with Def Cut, he said, I wanted to make break beats. They're not only good to dance to, but great to listen to as well. And so I thought, wow, that's really cool. So I wanted to make music that was not just nice to dance to, but can listen to as well from a arrangement and musical point of view, right? And so I started to, and this is when, my classical theory side, my mom forced me to came into play.
All the scales, all the
correct,
chords. Yeah.
Correct. Now, and I research music more. I start to understand. Okay, what is progressive house? What makes it progressive? Those kind of terms. I start to understand everything, and then try to create my own path in this. And so, what inspired me is all at different points of time. So the reason why my albums are called As and When is because literally as and when I get inspiration, I do it. Like for example, the song Earthquake. Earthquake was really just literally right. I was just standing at a traffic light, crossing the road towards Heron to go to work. Then I suddenly thought, wow, this image in my mind where I remember so clearly, right? A video of Skeeter Rabbit. Oh no, not Skeeter. Sorry. A video of Echo Boogie dancing. And Echo Boogie is known to hit so hard, right, that the stage will shake. Whoa. So there is a video of Echo Boogie dancing. And if I'm not wrong, it's Echo Boogie. You can see Slick Dog in the background as an MC holding the legs of the table or turntable, holding legs down to make sure that it doesn't shake. Because when he hit so hard, bam, the needle will skip.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that image just come to my mind. I watched that video. I can't remember what video it was anymore, but the title.
Wow.
But yeah, I may have gotten my facts wrong, but I remember very clearly it was Echo Boogie. Hit very, very hard. I remember a picture of the image of Slick Dog holding the turntable down. Okay, if I'm wrong, sorry, but that's in my memory. So that had hit. I was like, wow, it hit so hard. It made the ground shake like earthquake like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Then that was the fastest song I ever made. I made a song in less than a day.
Wow.
But clean up everything, then become 2 weeks. But so it's musicians like that. Why electro-funk? Because I started listening to electro-funk all over again. And then Wiggles also said, they don't make electro-funk like they used to anymore.
Okay.
And he's like, I wish I could hear more electro-funk in battles. So I thought always the same few songs. But
EJ.
But what I wanted to do was I wanted to make. Then I thought, there's a formula to electro-funk. There's certain layers in that bass line. The bass line is not the technical word, but there's a certain layer in the bass of the song, the drums, and there's a few other things that make electro-funk sound like electro-funk.
Okay.
And so I'm going to try to make that using newer sounds, using current technology. Some I cannot run away. Like the funk genre. This one, you all maybe know, drift funk is a new Eurobeat, right? Where they play this sort of genre to race car music. Last time was super Eurobeat. I love Eurobeat. So yeah, we'll watch all these videos just to get inspiration, go and listen to new Eurobeat songs. But then halfway through, like funk started taking over. And I realized that funk itself used a lot of 808 cowbells as a bass. And I was like, they use the cowbells to make melody. Last time was just a rhythm pattern. They used it to make a melody. And so I was thinking, okay, there's a song called Suki by Taco. T-A-K-K-O, can't remember, Suki. And it was a funk track, but you could tell it was heavily inspired by Tokyo Drift. Dun, 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 dun. They just repeat these three notes. So I thought, what if I took Tokyo Drift and I used the funk idea with the cowbells to use that to make the melody, and then I make it electro-funk all together.
It was a hit, man. Yeah,
so I decided I'm going to try it. So I did a demo, then I played it at session. Then I saw Jiahao's Casey's brother. I saw Jiahao's face. He said, what the fuck? Then I was like, okay, I think I might have something here, yeah. Okay, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to hide it.
Jiahao was the first person that, probably first few people that heard the microphone.
Him, Amanda,
Casey.
I don't know whether Casey was at the session. Maybe Casey was teaching some J-pop class. Too bad, Casey, if you weren't. Then Jing Jing, the session group. So I played it. So I decided, okay, I'm going to refine this. And I try my best to make it ready to at least playable on a stage at RF Jam. Specifically. And I told myself, I need to really count the timing, so I will drop it as the last track of the 7 to Smoke. So I didn't care who the dancers were. It had to be the last track, if not very anticlimactic.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So I was like, come. Then if you notice, if there's any footage, you will see me in the background asking, and now what time left? How much time left? You will see. How much time left? I damn kanchong, bro. Like, how much time left? So then after that, lucky Jin was the one that shouted, it's gonna be the last round, guys.
You're like, okay.
They said, okay, yeah, faster. Then Empty Pop was damn shacked. So I said, I think, if I'm not wrong, I said, maybe give Empty Pop like a breather. Or like giving like one moment to breathe or something like that. They said, are you all ready? I was like, wow, fuck, thank you, Jin. Keep dragging, I need to search. Then the moment the thing turn, then Jiahao look at, you can see Jiahao face, Jiahao. He already knew him. Wow. That was a hit for me.
So how does it feel for you, right, as the DJ, right? Because we are the audience or we are the battlers, right? So we see you from here, right? But we are reacting to your music, right? But how does it feel when you see like a huge group of people like hear your track and like, oh shit, this is the craziest shit ever?
Actually very different. Okay, so right, there a lot of times when I play a new song, I don't really care much about the reaction for people. It's basically I want to see what the dancers are going to do, how they interpret my song, especially if it's the first time. Because I've also done, like for example, I've done Big Spender, I've done Conga. These are the first two that I would call like the biggest hits. I think Conga is the biggest hit of all time, right? And shout outs to people like IL who constantly play it in the Philippines. But but I think Philippines will kill that song. I've seen people cramping to it, bro. Wow, damn sick. But for me, it's always very inspiring to see different ways of expression for a song. Because when I create it, right, there's an image in my mind.
Right.
A general image, I think this song is going to be for whacking. But then like, when I see people dance in a different way, like, wow, it's damn memorable. So that's what I actually look out for. In the case of electro-funk, right, I wasn't focused on the crowd reaction. I mean, I really knew I had a song that was good, but the focus at the point of time was, can I actually help to bring the energy for Janice and MT Pop up? Because they were the battlers, the focus is on them, not the crowd. Right. I didn't care at the point of time if the crowd would like it. I wanted to care if it could inspire them to push even more.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my reaction at that point was mid. Because I think they were very tired. And I think it was because of the final round they wanted to fight. Perhaps they felt like an unfamiliar song might not be able to push me hard enough. So that's what I felt.
I see.
But MT Pop destroyed it. I think Janice did very well. I respect Janice a lot. But MT Pop just destroyed it.
So what is the difference, right, when you spin for a local jam, like let's say L5 Grid or Alibaba Art Center, versus like a mega event like RF? Is the preparation different, or how you pick the songs are different, or?
Yes. But the songs that I pick, right? It depends on the event itself, not so much of the location or the country. So for example, RF Jam, right? RF Jam is about good vibes, having fun, and then like we're open to play interesting stuff. We dare to play crazy things, funny things. I'm the one that played the Kenchana, ding ding ding. Is me. Like every year I play all the funny stuff. The last time the ding ding dang dang, also me. Because RF allows me to do that at the event. And the vibe there also allows for this kind of random songs. Like the Water remix, you cannot play open styles here in Singapore. You know, I don't think it will be that well accepted.
Right.
You just play the original Water. But over there, it's like, because, and at the same time, you have different, I would say, higher level of dancers, right, in general. But for local jams, usually now, at this stage, is more of an education.
Right, okay.
So you notice, like, for the most recent event that I DJ'd, that was for Casey and Jia House event called Good Time Movie. The entire top 16, I think, the entire top 16, I played only P-Funk. Because I felt that the appreciation of P-Funk is almost gone. So education-wise, I'll play new beats and whatever, but I also play old beats. So the selection is very different. Very different for local events. So like for example, when I had the opportunity and I had the blessing to DJ for Faku's event, the bridge. They wanted to bridge new school, old school. So then that's the goal, right? So we find new school, old school music to play. Then for whacking, local whacking is to try to bring them up and introduce to them what I think are songs that may be popular overseas, songs that may be good for your whacking. But if let's say, for example, like in my most recent not most recent, like last year when I did for Sela Wack in Taiwan, it was the 10th anniversary, and Chrissy was like, because Chrissy is a close friend of mine, she was like, it'd be fun if we could, kind of relive what we've done for the past 10 years or so. So I was like, let's go find all the hot songs of the past 10 years, right? Then play for this generation.
Okay.
So it really depends on that kind of thing.
Wow. So what, it's probably a really loaded question, right? But what makes a good DJ?
For battles, in particular. Okay, so this is my opinion in battles. I think knowledge of the dance is very important.
So you have to be a practitioner of the style, would you say?
Don't have to be a practitioner. I don't dance whacking, but the knowledge of whacking. And in general, when you start to learn more about street dance or the dancers that you're DJing for, Like for example, breaking. Like I am not a good breaking DJ. I will not want to DJ for breaking. I will not DJ for crump. I will not DJ for voguing unless absolutely necessary to and given the right guidance, for example. So genres I'm comfortable with is like locking, popping, hip hop, so-so. I know I'm not a good hip hop. Can I DJ? Sure. Do I have an extensive collection? I think my collection extensive enough, but not as a good hip hop DJ. And the reason why is because, right, for you as a DJ, number one, when you know the dance, right, then you're able to react better for what you think is not even just a local dancer. It can be two strangers you've never seen before, but you have an understanding of the dance. You'll know roughly where it goes, right? And you understand the crowd as well. So you know what type of songs you play for a certain, like say, certain culture. Like maybe if I go to China, certain type of music genre might work better. Certain type of music genre might work better in Taiwan versus Korea versus Japan versus in Singapore, right? And so that will help you to test on the spot and know what kind of music will be suitable for the battlers, not so much the crowd, because it's a competition for them, right? Sure, if the crowd likes the music, great. But to be honest with you, my opinion is most of the time, a song sounds good when a dancer does them well. People don't know a song, and it might sound damn monotonous, but a dancer kills it. Everyone's like, what's that song?
Yes, that's
true. To be honest,
that's very true.
You may be the tastemaker for music, but they are the ones that set the trend for what popular song will be, right? In my opinion. So that's one. When you understand the dance, you know, okay, what song should I play to push these dancers? Number two, it's because you react really quickly because you watch and you think, I think it might be a draw. Then you have your draw songs set up already.
Oh, it's for you it's separate.
Separate. So I have a list of, like, I have in my mind some songs that I will want to keep only specifically for draw round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
over
okay.
years, I have developed this method, this behavior,
right,
and my approach to things. So I will feel like, okay, then, like for example, semi-finals, what I will play, finals, what I will play, roughly what kind of style I want to play, what's a different mood, what's a different mood of songs, depending on how many rounds there will be for that battle. And so for me, that number one skill is if you understand the dance form. It doesn't have to be a practitioner, but you understand it. So you are better reaction and there's no dead time. Yeah, because a lot of times you realize, right, magic happens if a draw round happens, and instead of just waiting for a little bit, sometimes okay, let's give the dancers like 5 seconds or 10 seconds, drink water or whatever, okay, you're all ready again. Sometimes the DJ, when you know it, when you know it's going to be a draw round, you have the draw round song ready already, they say draw, then everyone just, you know, that feeling of that hype.
Moment.
When the draw round is announced, right, there's a certain hype in the crowd. Then it dies down.
Yeah.
It dies almost immediately when you say, okay, let's give them 5 seconds, okay, you're ready, take a drink, blah, blah, blah. Then DJ, you ready, judge, you ready. That brings everything down again. But versus when everyone goes, wow, draw, then everyone's like, oh my God, guys, it's gonna be fucking crazy, blah, blah, blah. Then after that, you say, all right, then you just play the song.
You don't even wait,
just play. Then everyone goes, wow. Then after the dancers themselves also, wow, hype. So for me, I try to create those things to keep the energy going. Okay. Yeah, and if you aren't very well versed in that
atmosphere,
in the dance enough, the street dance realm enough to know, okay, when roughly is going to be a good time to play this song, and prepare beforehand, then you might take longer to get there. Right. Because there are a lot of times when you will see draw round, then they say, DJ, you ready? DJ say, wait, I need to search the song. Then that's the worst, in my opinion. As a DJ, is damn paiseh, like, sorry guys, give me 1 minute, I search for song, wait. Then the whole place just quiet. Quiet. Then MC, okay. Then if you don't get a skilled MC, like, shout out to Jin. Jin's one of the best at this. The moment this kind of thing happens, Jin's like, okay, anyway, then he come out, right, he start talking, right, then he gets the attention. So the attention is drawn to him rather than me.
They let you breathe a bit also.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then I not so stressed but I don't ever want that to happen. So I think that's one of the most important things, right? So reading the crowd and understanding the art form. When you get more and more exposed to other dance forms, you will naturally get better at this. I think that's a very important thing. The only way you get better at this is for you to put yourself out there. Go to more events, go and watch more dance forms, be more open-minded, and then understand it more. And that will help you. Yeah, for me, that's
is there any
most important for battles.
Is there any event that is probably like your fondest memory spinning it?
Fondest memory for events would be a whacking event, I would say.
Oh.
Yeah, I think one of the fondest was All Asia Whacking Festival, I think 2012 or 2013. Those are the fondest because those were, I've never felt love for the music so much until the Japanese dancers. Like, I was still relatively new to DJing whacking music as a category, but the reaction from the crowd and their love for the music is...
It's like unexplainable.
Yeah, unexplainable. Another very fond one for me was also a whacking based event. This is an event called Supernova. It was organized jointly by Akuma Diva and Chrissy and the Sailor Whack gang. This, I can't remember which year it was, 2018 maybe? I can't remember. It was in, was it Taichung or Kaohsiung? I can't remember. Oh, my memory is so bad. Sorry.
It's okay.
But this event epic, bro. We started the event at 11 a.m. and we ended 6 a.m. the next day. Non-stop.
Wow.
There was an open styles category, there was whacking category, there was a whole voguing category. And I think really it was the first time when I was exposed to so much love being at an LGBT event. And I've never felt this sort of agape love, there's no reason. It's just
very
unconditional
pure,
love
very
and very pure for other people. Like, for example, right, I didn't have the DJ the whole time now, of course. There were a few DJs taking turns.
Oh, thank God. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
11 a.m. to 6 a.m.
But I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep because it was so amazing. So,
wow.
And I've never seen so many categories of voguing before that I wanted to understand it. But I went out during the auditions and they had so many categories that I didn't know. So the contestants were coming out. It was tens or chop. And I then realized that, there was some nudity. There was a lot of things that maybe perhaps close-minded people cannot accept. And I already thought I was open-minded enough, but not to this point. It opened my mind even wider after this, right? When I watched and I realized that every single person that came up, whether they 10 or chop, the crowd was cheering for them. And I was like, wait, like, it could be a person who's a stranger, still cheer. Because the people around me were like, same people, what? Cannot be everyone you also cheer for, right? Then I realized something's different about this vibe. Then after I started to overhear conversations to say, like, I saw some people crying. Now, like, why are you crying? Then I would hear things like, I'm so proud of them that they now have the body they want. They have fully transited. They are now who they really want to be. I'm so proud for them. I'm so happy for them that they are able to now get and be able to show off, who they truly are. Then I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize how important this was to them. Because cis straight male the entire time, my whole life. I was like, I never thought about things like, cheering a bro on for saying, hey bro, you managed to lose this amount of weight. Congrats bro, good job. I never thought of that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, imagine me saying this. For example, if someone who says, I want to transit and I want to go through a transformation and sex change, I will never think about, I'm so proud of you for being able to do that. I never thought until this event. That was one of the fondest, like the most
impactful,
yeah, in my life.
Wow.
Shoutouts to Supernova.
Wow. Okay. So I guess last few questions and then we will move on to the video segment.
Sure.
So off camera, you were talking about your interactions with Mr. Wiggles. Yeah, could you share a bit about your relationship with Mr. Wiggles?
Mr. Wiggles is one of the most influential people in my dance life. One of the most. When I first started dancing, I didn't even know that he was actually the inspiration. I didn't even know who this guy was. I saw him in videos, in VHS tapes.
Just so you know, every OG that I have interviewed so far, right, when I ask for top 5 dancers, Mr. Wiggles is in everyone's top 5. Yeah.
Because he was prolific, bro. He was prolific. He was sponsored by Tribal, went on Tribal tour, Rocksteady Crew, because Rocksteady Crew, right, was like the number one crew in the US, right? But no one really knew about like Electric Boogaloos,
Unless you are a popper.
Correct. But they got to the point where they were able to get to the commercial side,
right,
where the commercial stage would give them opportunities. So all these tapes had had Rocksteady Crew, had Mr. Wiggles. And then so I would watch Wiggles, not knowing that he's Mr. Wiggles.
Oh.
I didn't know his name, just part of tribal tour. Like many years later, I put 2 and 2 together. Oh shit, it's this guy. Yeah, and a lot of earlier footage videos were all him. Like he would do locking. I thought his style of locking was so cool. He did a what's that move called? A swipe. He did a swipe on the bench and everything. I was like, wow, let me see. So my relationship with Mr. Wiggles is from his forum mainly. We started, and I guess I got lucky because I did a cover of his track. He told me that someone played my cover for him in a car, and he then said, "Who the hell is this guy who took my song and made it even better?" That's what he told me.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's insane.
So I got close to him thanks to RF Jam, and then when he started doing handstyles, I really resonated with it because my energy, I feel very b-boy energy. Like my attitude is very b-boy attitude when it comes to dance, right? Of course, I had an aggressive era also. I had a very aggressive, like,
represent.
Yeah, like I will never lose to you, that kind of era.
Yeah.
And I realized that, so whatever he did really resonated with me. So when I saw the handstyles, right, I was like, what? This seems very comfortable for me. More so than like the roboting and boogaloo and all that. I was always a waver. I love waving. I still love it now. But then the handstyles were, another thing, really, really cool. And I think I got the vibe from it. Then after I started to talk to him about it, and then because of RF, we got closer, took his private lessons and everything when he come down, because recognized brought him in. I took his private lesson, then we started talking a lot, shared with me a lot of knowledge. I also shared with him back all the sources that I would find. So we had this very interesting communication, communication topic that we talk about a lot. Then he would share with me a lot more about different things, about his history and everything. And it resonated because I was also a b-boy at the start, right? From b-boy crew. So we always talk, we always chat. I would still DM him every once in a while. And he would talk to me about music, talk to me about life, talk to me everything. So so that's my relationship with Mr. Wiggles in a nutshell. He's really more so than a mentor to me. He's like a big brother, like a real big brother to me. Yeah. And I'm very, very blessed that I can call him one of my teachers.
Wow. So there was a period of time when I also noticed like your dance had a lot of the 52, right?
Yep.
And I guess that's the source, or you learn directly from the source.
Yeah.
Right.
From mimicking, when everything was mimicked, a lot of my popping foundations were all mimicking different
everyone
people.
was like, yeah.
From mimicking, I told myself no excuses because now we have internet connection.
Access.
And I already knew Mr. Wiggles then. I'm going to go straight to the source and talk to him about it. So I tried to learn from him, not just the style, but why he did it. What was his history for it? Where did he pick it up from? And then I wanted to understand, of course, please share your knowledge, right? So I wanted to have this knowledge as well, so I can then take it and make it my own. Yeah, and that's what he wanted as well. He doesn't want anyone to do it like him.
Right.
It's just that I do it whenever I get into that zone, right? I somehow will naturally do it like him because I learn it directly from him.
Right.
Things like posturing, where the chin goes and everything, small details, I learn from him.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the last question is special shout out to Mr. Melvin.
Yep.
Mr. Jedi.
Yep.
I'd like to share with the audience who this mystery man is.
Who
will stay a mystery.
He will stay a mystery.
Yeah.
Whether he says a mystery depends on him.
Okay, yes. We will leave it up to him. Okay.
It's up to him.
Okay.
But Jedi, name spelled with 2 E's, Jeedai, Jedi. Melvin. So the history is like this. Doc also shared with you that Chunky shared with you there was a competition called Break the Urban Funk. At that point of time, Michael and I had some differences.
Yeah.
But we both joined this competition. Michael won first place, I won second place, third place Zaiha. In the crowd I thought the judges was going to be Mr. Wiggles. That might have been my first time to meet Mr. Wiggles, but he couldn't make it. So they got Echo Boogie.
Okay.
So I met Echo Boogie then. I met Sweepy then.
Wow.
Yeah. And so did that. Didn't win. Came back. And Melvin DM'd me. Melvin DM'd me in IRC. He said, he found the winner. He found Michael's team. And then he said, I want to know who's the second place guy. So Michael told him about me. Then he came find me. He said, I really like your way of dancing. Like he liked the way I hit. He said, I've never seen people hit like that.
Right.
And that's what I want to get to. Can we meet? And can we dance together?
Whoa.
I said, what the fuck? Sure lah, of course lah. And I met him. And this fucker is damn good at gliding, bro. He's the best glides, to date, best glides in Singapore I've ever seen.
Wow.
So he did liquid, he did gliding.
He did liquid soul back then already.
He did liquid.
Oh my gosh.
And this was the year 2004 or 5. Can't remember. And he would used to go to Zouk. He'd wear gloves. Gloving, yeah, David. And so we exchanged a lot. We met a lot. That's how I first met Melvin. And then I think just me and him, we clicked. Because I also liked street brands. And he was a babe head. He was a sneakerhead before the word sneakerhead came up. He would buy and sell sneakers. If those of you know like the Gen 1 SBs, the Supreme Dunks and all that.
Wow.
Tiny Dunks, yeah,
Wow.
Gen 1. So he was my gateway into the street dance, the street culture,
Yeah.
and a lot of like the streetwear world. So I got to know people from Limited Edition. Sabah, shout out to you, all through him. And then I started to like Babe and all this kind of thing because of him. And so I think that because we just clicked in that way, so he spoke to me a lot more about just like talk about street brands, street labels, and they talk about dance and everything. So we started to hang out a lot. So every week we would meet up like 4 or 5 times a week, go session.
Wow.
Yeah, then we would share. And eventually Doc Ock came to the picture.
Right.
I think he really shared that how he met us. So then it became us going to session. The iconic places you already know.
The one where there was like someone there.
Yeah. That one got very funny footage, bro. That one, walao, we had only one, there was one light, one park light. Then we just stand under the light, then we dance and look at our shadow.
Make the shadow.
Yeah. And there was also a period of time when we would go to Raffles Place. Raffles Place, there was a corner door. We would dance in the corner as well. So very fond memories of Melvin. He taught me the importance of hitting hard, the importance of timing in a dance. He taught me roles, the entire, I would say the
EB package.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess the EB package. Like what made Boogaloo? Why is it classified as that? Then I taught him isolation. Yeah, and then Doc Ock came to the picture. Then we just picked up and we just tried to. So I really wanted. Doc Ock constantly kept to his style, which was damn amazing. He kept leveling up in that particular style. Melvin just got better and better at that style. I was the weakest, in my opinion, out of all three. I was the weakest. Any point of time, I would lose to Melvin, I would lose to Doc Ock, I would lose to Michael Sim. I felt that I was the lousiest. And all I wanted to do was just learn more and more and more and more and more. I just kept wanting to learn. I would try to practice roles. It felt weird. I just wanted to do it. I see Doc Ock's wave getting cleaner and cleaner. I also want cleaner waves. I really thought that any point of time, I'm lucky to be with them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see.
But the b-boy attitude is I will never lose to anyone.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That was my But by my interaction.
I will smoke you any day.
Correct. I'll smoke you anyway, any day, anyway,
But then
anytime.
deep down, right, you're like, oh, I'll be scared.
Nervous like shit, yeah.
Right. I see. Okay, so for those that don't know, so our 4 main popping pioneers is yourself, Michael Sim, Jedi with 2 E's, and the
Yes.
aka Octo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for using the word pioneers. Yeah, because I know people call us OG. I have accepted it. There was a period of time where I didn't want to. I don't think I at least am fit to be called OG. Because when I was young already, people were dancing already.
So there were poppers before.
Yeah, they would be able to do wave, gliding, all this kind of thing. Although they didn't call it popping, it was like boogie or like part of breakdancing.
Yeah, called boogie. Like,
boogie.
Oh, wow.
Because boogie boys was a thing.
But that's because they do like, I thought boogie boys is like popping, locking, hip hop.
The standing up lah.
Yeah. Correct.
But you dance to whatever lah. So a lot of b-boys will also do these boogie dances. Yeah. Like Electric Boogie was like, if you go and search online, there's a song called Electric Boogaloo by Ollie and Jerry. You will be surprised at what it sounds like. If you listen to it, yeah. You'll be surprised, yeah.
Okay.
So and when I started, there were already people doing these dances. In fact, there were a few people that I actually approached and learned from in Singapore. A couple of times.
Oh.
Yeah. So like Daso, right? I remember his name is Farhan. I may be wrong, from Daso. I'll share with you about Daso. I saw Daso once at 104 Tampines, that legendary place, at night. And this was one of the first times I met Nick Six in the year 2000.
Nick Six, wow.
Year 2000. Very, very, very vivid memory. Me, Larry, there was Nick Six. I can't remember if there was Victor, but there was, I think there was this Bieber called Jeremy. Then we went there to the Dome, and then I saw Daso sessioning, and then there was this one guy. His name should be Farhan. If I got it wrong, bro, I'm so sorry. But his leg was in a cast. He had crutches. He was just doing tatting, bro. He was doing tatting. Everyone else was breaking. So I decided, I said, oh, you dance popping? He said, not really, this one just do tat only. So I said, okay, cool, I doing popping. Then after that, don't know how the conversation went. Someone said, hey, show him airwalk. Show him how to do airwalk. So they just did like some sack walk thing. Oh. I was like, wow, it's so cool, so learn. Yeah.
Wow.
So how can it be if I'm OG but they're dancing before me? You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Okay. So what would your final words be in terms of like what you hope the dance scene of Singapore to kind of progress to in the future?
Okay. Learning history is going to be more and more difficult because the history is getting more and more deeper, right? But I would say, don't forget why you wanted to start dancing in the first place. I think that is the one drive that will continue to keep you going, because it's very easy to lose sight of that. When the more you learn, the more your viewpoints change, the more you aspire.
Your goals change.
Your goals change. Yeah. The more aspirations you have, the more you aspire to be a different thing. It's good to have these goals for ambition and to get to somewhere. I'm same. I also wanted to be famous, well-known. I wanted to be worldwide. I wanted to be, same thing. Right? I dance for fame, whatever. I want to be champion, blah, blah, blah. And it sounds like, it will sound a bit pretentious coming from me to say I've won before and I've lost before. But I'm one of the few, I think, that have experienced being a champion before, and after being a champion, not even being to pass auditions before. So that sort of feeling that I went through with pride and ego and everything of wanting to be someone really beat me. Like, I really beat myself up over it, and I really went into a pretty dark place. Don't let that define who you are as a dancer. Don't let that forget, why you started in the first place.
The joy lah.
Yeah. So my crew that I represent is a crew called Original Youngsters from Vietnam. Shout out to my crewmates, especially Chin Chin. But the crew is called Original Youngsters is because you were originally young. Everyone was originally young. And at that point of time, you did a lot of things for the fun of it. So don't ever forget that you were originally young. Don't forget your love for dance, why you started dancing in the first place. I think that would make you remember and help you to keep you on a certain path.
I see. Okay.
So remember that. That will probably help you.
All right. So now we are going to move on to our video segment. Okay, so now...
Mic test. Hey, Lala.
You want to watch the video with us?
Lala, want to come up here now?
Oi.
Lala,
Okay,
stop licking your own dick.
Because now she's not in fruit, you're just talking to the fish.
Lala, you want to watch together? Come.
Yeah, look very wrong. No, he's like, I don't want you. I don't want
Okay, you see here. Watch together with us.
You come here if you want. No. See, you prefer me, right? I knew it.
You can keep all this in the footage.
I knew it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, come. Let's watch the video together, Ken. Thank you.
No, watch me cringe. I cringe at my own self.
Won't want lah.
Watch my video.
Okay, come. Okay, let's... so now it's the video segment with Lala.
With Lala, who is now deciding to go away. Okay.
No longer with Lala? Okay. So now we will first go through your footage at All Out Lifestyle.
Okay.
Versus
Kid Boogie.
the crazy high-level Papa himself, Kid Boogie. Wow. So now we're going through your battle with representing Machine Gun Funk and Mighty Zulu Kings, the big dog, Kid Boogie.
Oh, he's such a character. I love him. I miss him, man.
Right. Okay, so before we review the footage, All Out Lifestyle, All Out Championship is Mel and Robin.
I think it was Mel, Robin, maybe Robin, Nick, who I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
You notice we're wearing the same shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his shirt. I think it was Kid Boogie.
I see.
At that point of time, we already had we were already friends by then, and I felt really happy to be able to battle him.
Yeah, I think everyone, any local dancer being able to go up against a reputable name is like a huge honor.
Yeah. It was a huge honor.
Yeah. All right, let's go straight together.
It was a JG track somewhere. It's JG track.
JG.
So I went shook
Is
his
that
hand.
Mel?
Yeah, it's Mel.
Oh my god, that looks so different now.
It's Mel.
Still pretty. Yeah.
And then this song itself, the starting vocals was Skeeter Rabbit RIP.
Oh.
At this point of time, my dancing has evolved a lot. I don't think I started the whole hand styles thing properly yet. But I started to understand dance a bit more, dance in general. And so, I wanted to incorporate party moves into it, not just straight popping, to try and make myself set myself apart a bit from other dancers.
Actually, can I ask, because you are also going up against a very big name, right? How were you feeling going up against him?
Oh, okay. My attitude to what's going against big name dancers is actually it's a good thing. I find it a blessing.
It's a push, good push also.
Yeah. So very much like what Octo said, right? We didn't really care if you're from another country or whatever. But at this point of time, it's more like I felt like I really wanted to have a good exchange.
Yeah.
Because I rarely have the opportunity. But I wasn't actively battling already. Yeah, I know I was invited.
Can't
I'm not invited. I just decided to join because it was fun. But I wasn't actively battling already. And because it was someone that I felt like I really had a connection to. Because to be honest with you, I feel there's a certain distance or line drawn between myself and most other poppers in Singapore until they get to know me very well. Because a lot of people feel like, oh, this one OG, then the line is drawn. That's why I don't like
too formal or like...
I didn't like the moniker OG, right? Because I don't think I'm OG, but number two is, then pioneer, I have to push, but if it's always going to be a one-way communication thing, I feel like then there's not much for me to learn back anymore when the younger generation is the one that inspires me the most. So watching Kid Boogie, because Kid Boogie is one of those few that I watched when he was a kid from baby books at time, and then to meet him in person, and he's damn a cool guy. He hits damn hard. I like his style. And then I felt that I want to have an exchange and I want to go out and do the best I can, the very best I can, in respect, because I know you're going to do your best also. I'm here, I'm willing to get smoked by you. I'm just going to do my very best. The second part of it is, and I think this is advice to anyone who goes up against a big name, right? No matter what, if you win, okay, if you lose nothing. But if you win double. And the reason why is because, imagine I lose to Kid Boogie. Life goes on. Everyone says Kid Boogie win, for sure. Kid Boogie win, no problem. But you go against anyone, it's Kid Boogie what I expected. But if you win, who is this guy that won Kid Boogie? You win double.
The street cred.
Yeah, so, yeah, of course. And of course, it's a good boost to yourself to know I'm doing something right here. Right? Yeah, and then it's a memorable exchange between you and the other dancer, win or lose. Yeah. And I want them to remember also I had an exchange with you. Yeah, like these kind of things I didn't used to do when I danced properly. I really wanted to act like party dancers, hip hop. Yeah.
Hip hop influencer.
Oh yeah, let me I did hand styles. Like
hand styles.
Isolation is my foundation.
Alright, Kid Boogie.
He's so good, dude. Simple concept. See, he replied me.
Yeah.
How to, he's so strong some more. See that? He's so good.
Musicality.
That burn was good also. Good. Very, very good. Amazing to watch in person. So nice. So nice, yeah. so good. It was because of him I inspired to go and learn more roles. See, he replied my detail with his own detail also.
Oh. So how you feel about your first round?
Confirm lose already.
Never mind, but how you feel? Sure.
My round,
Yeah.
I felt I did quite well actually.
Hey, okay. That's all that matters.
And this one, I didn't like this round. This was when I felt, oh okay, I'm going to lose already.
Okay.
Because I suddenly felt too much beat killing. I was in a beat killing mood. I didn't want that.
I see.
I wouldn't normally do that.
Yeah, I mean, it came out.
Anyhow, whack one. Very lazy hands also. Don't know what I'm doing here also. Oh, anyhow, nonsense. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? It's getting worse and worse.
That's okay, yeah. You represented.
Wow, then shout out to Luis and Emil for giving me pops. Thank you guys. But it sucks. Yeah, we change direction.
Oh,
Okay, it's not bad.
that's pretty good.
It's not bad. Save my round. I was like, okay, smoke already, fuck it already, just enjoy what he's doing now. See, all small. Woo!
He's so like physically strong.
Yeah, he is. Like vibrations also good. Oh.
God damn. Oh, this is signature.
The handcuff style, yeah. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm done. I went up to him,
I
bro,
expected the L, it's okay.
bro, thank you. I said, bro, thank you, bro. Thank you. I just went up to him, bro, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, that was it. Only you think one, all give kick boogie. Even I also give kick boogie. No matter what.
Wow. It's okay. I mean, the most important thing is you represented, right? You
I
represented
did my
yourself,
best, I
you
tried.
just did your best.
I tried.
All that.
But I really enjoyed the interaction. One of the more memorable ones. Yeah.
How old were you at this point in time? Or like, how long have you been dancing at this point in time? This is what?
11 years ago
11 years ago.
What year?
2014.
2013.
2013. Yeah.
So that's 12 years ago. 12 years ago. That means I done 13 years. I done in 2000. 13 years.
Wow. God damn, I'm not even at double digit yet. Fuck.
Don't worry, bro. Time will come. The time will come. All of you, the time will come.
Yeah. Okay, so next our next footage we're going to look at is just a snippets of your rounds at
Yep.
Marksman, which is happening soon.
Yeah.
Not sure if this clip will be out by then, but yeah. So you were invited as a battle guest for Marksman Volume 1 in 2017.
The hand styles
The
category.
hand styles category.
Yeah.
Right, let's go through it.
This was a
together.
very interesting one for me also. Because I knew that I was going to be the only one that could not tut. I cannot tut. Even if I needed to save my life, I cannot. Then I knew that I was going in mainly with the 52 hand styles. But this is where I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to lean on my knowledge of, on my foundation of liquid and waving. Liquid digits and waving. Yeah, so the first one is about 4 minutes and 4 seconds.
Okay, 4 minutes, 4 seconds.
Yeah,
Let's
the
go.
first one. I think before that was someone, was it Waiho? No.
Waiho and MT. Is it?
Yeah. So 4 minutes, 4 seconds is because they draw, I think.
Oh, then they both sit down again.
Yep. So I was like, who go first? Then I was like, you mean, never mind, I go lah, I just go lah, okay lah. And I didn't have any fire. I had no fire. I was like, I don't know what to do. A bit very long, never dance. Then here, pew, no? Pew. I feel like, something wrong. Doesn't feel good. Okay, anyhow whack first. Then just pray that my techniques will carry me throughout.
Coming out, coming out.
Very kick style, digits,
Yeah.
isolation. Okay, now the wave. Speed change. I don't even know this song. I didn't like this song, but yeah, just go. Just go. Detail, detail, detail. Okay, hand style.
Hey!
10 seconds.
All the burns have to come out. Bang. Okay.
That's just better strategies, lah, right?
Yeah. So then, well, his name Takuya, I think.
Very like trolly kind of style.
A bit.
Yeah.
So you see, tat. You do tat. Doing a finger style.
Wow, even more.
You want to go
Micro.
detail. Yeah, I told myself, if I meet him again, I'm going to show him my detail. That's what I thought.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. But by now, I think I win. I think I win because he wasn't doing much with his hands per se.
Well, that's a lot of character, lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the judges give draw. So I was, oh, okay. Draw, alright, no problem. Why? Never mind, it's okay. Then I thought to myself, yeah, also because I know I wasn't giving my all. Like, I was
You're still like revving up, lah.
yeah, still wrapping up, but at the same time, like, I knew the starting wasn't great. I got a bit better, but I felt everything was very rushed. Like, I felt like I just everything. So okay.
Never pace, lah.
Yeah. So my attitude was like, I think I win because I did more hands than you. But then I lost, so it gave me time to reflect. So I told myself, my second round must calm down.
冷静.
Yeah, must calm down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
let's
so
see.
second round.
Let's see your second round.
So him again, right?
Yeah.
So I said, I'll meet you now. Okay, I'm gonna change now. Okay, I'll do dancing, but I'm gonna talk to you in my hands.
Definitely more patient.
I also don't even know what this song is. I say, you want to play detail? I show you my detail, okay? My detail, come, you do detail, right? Never mind, come. I also can isolate. Okay, now you play digit, I play your game. I also can do finger touch a little bit.
Whoa.
Come play.
10 seconds.
And change. I won't play the same gun with you. Done.
3, 2, 1.
And I feel like I won this one.
Yeah.
Yes, I won. Then now I go against a jump start. Before he was called jump start, he called himself Lin Kopi. But I think there's a whacker called Lin Kopi also.
Oh my god, he looks so different now.
He looked very different. When I saw him, I was like, wow, hey, this guy start dope, bro.
Shout out jump start.
Yeah, shout out jump start, bro. From this day, I was like, what? This guy? Where he come from? Where your touch come from? Whoosh. Then I was like, wow, this song damn sick. No. I was like, this guy damn sick, but I fucking hate this song. I was like, this song too much, bro. Like, too much. Like, why this song? And I was like, wow, this guy, dude. I was so impressed with him, I wasn't thinking about my round anymore.
Wow.
What? This? No, he's burning me. Wow, quite sick. Then he give me props. He salute me because he's respect
knows,
that
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
elder.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, wow, this guy damn sick. It really felt like he was putting on a show for me. I felt like he was putting on a show for me. And I was like, wow, sick, bro. I've never seen so intricate before. So when I went out, I said, oh shit, my turn. Okay, I tried to play.
Whoa, look at liquid.
I try. I think, okay, what did he not do that I can do?
Give him the props.
So I say, okay, I do 6 points.
Be a storytelling.
See, I shouldn't have did that. I know I combo lose start. I don't know what he.
Whoa.
Why I go down? I very bad at low angle. Low levels are very bad. Then now tired already. Boring already. Carry on.
And 5, and 4, and 3,
gun thing again, too many times gun. Okay, keep it back because I know I lose. After this, we had a talk. And I told him, I said, bro, I'm so impressed with you. And then I said to him, I'm sorry I didn't go all out against you.
I see.
Yeah, because I felt I disrespected him by not going all out. But I was so mesmerized by his round that I wasn't thinking there's a competition anymore.
It becomes like just an exchange.
Yeah, what he's doing. Holy shit, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Jumpstart.
All right. So let's move on to the last segment of the episode. So it's just a quick fire question round. You just answer at the top of your head, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yeah. So first question: what's your favorite song to dance to?
I don't have one.
Genre.
I don't have one. It's depending on mood, I think.
Okay.
Depending on mood.
Okay. Okay, we will go with that.
It depends on my mood.
Depend on his mood. Okay.
Yeah, depends on my mood. Sorry, I don't have an answer.
What's the last song you listen to before you die?
last song I would listen to before I die? There's two. I think there's two. It's either the song I said to you, Four Non Blondes. It's either Four Non Blondes, What's Up, or 浪子回头
Wow, that classic.
by 茄子蛋.
Yeah.
Yes, these two songs are, the feeling that it gives me, right?
Nostalgic.
Even though 浪子回头 is a generally newer song, but that song really brings me back to my teenage years.
I see.
Yes. Come here. Why you bark?
Okay,
Don't fight.
next question. Who are your top 5 dancers, dead or alive?
Top 5 dancers or
Dancers.
like dancers meaning like in dance or inspiration?
Can be both?
Can be both. Top 5 dead or alive. Okay, number 1, Dominic from Electric Trouble, Wrecking Crew Orchestra. Dominic-san is the man that completely changed my life. He's the number 1 biggest inspiration to me and the contributing factor to the way I approach dance. That entire pivot and shift in my entire outlook of dance is him. Yes, that's right.
Lala, come here.
It's okay. Lala knows. Lala's like, props.
Okay.
Number 2, Mr. Wiggles. Because of everything he's done for me as well. Everything he's given to me. Everything he shared. Then influential wise, apart from that, I will put these 2 men together. Would be Henry Ling and Buddha Stretch. Number 3.
Okay.
Because knowledge, movement, dance, appreciation of music, I would not have learned about hip hop without them. And this is a very deep story because I went to New York in 2011 and Link was the one that took me around everywhere.
Whoa.
And till today, I am still forever grateful for what he did because I'm a nobody. And he
treated you as if like y'all were homies and everything.
Yes. Yeah. Every night he would be like, meet me here and here, meet me at the corner of this street and that street. Let's go somewhere. Every night. And I remember he brought me to places. Okay, one of the core memories of my dance life and music life is when he brought me to a club called Santos. Club Santos. We were just chilling. It was him. I think Uko Snow Bunny, who is Stretch's wife, was also there. Then I think Crazy Legs was there. And then I forgot who was the DJ that night. And then we were just looking at people just dancing, ciphering, having fun. And I started to learn about social dance and party dances, all that, just by looking. Music was good. It was like straight up hip hop. And then all of a sudden he says, look behind. Do you know that man over there with his wife? I turned around. And it was quite dark, quite dim. And I was like, I don't think so. He said, look again. So I looked. I was like, no, I really don't recognize it. He's like, that's Kool Herc. So I was like,
oh my gosh, you met Kool Herc.
Yeah, and then he was sitting with Herc and his wife and Tribe Called Quest. Then I was like, bro, my hair's standing, bro.
What?
Yeah. So Link was the one that gave me all these opportunities without me asking for anything. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So because of him, I learned, because my goal actually was to go to New York to learn about hip hop.
Right.
I really wanted to learn about hip hop. So yeah, so I thank them for that. Then after that, influential dancers would be the next would be Ho Jin.
Ho Jin.
Ho Jin for sure.
Wow. Okay.
Ho Jin is amazing dancer. Bar none, I think. One of the greatest of all time, Ho Jin, in my opinion. And wow, I'm struggling. I got so many names in my head.
Last one.
So many names in my head, no. Wow, stuck, sia.
Okay, you can give last one, then you give 2 honorable mention.
Last one. Lip J.
Lip J. Okay.
J.
Who are your
J.
2 honorable mentions?
Honorable mention, Ibuki.
Ibuki. Last one.
And maybe Hoan.
Oh.
Too many to name. Sorry if I didn't name you. Too many to name. Yeah.
Okay. What is one local dish you'd recommend to international dancers visiting Singapore?
Haha, okay.
Wow. Suddenly, wow.
I got a
No
lot.
pressure
I got a
already.
lot. So I can name you more. But if I had to name one, this one, hot take. Hot take. Not maybe able to say this. McSpicy. See all your face all changed. McSpicy. McSpicy, no other country does McSpicy like we do.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
McSpicy, you have to try. Because I think, okay, this is what I think. Okay? The reason why I say this is because when I travel overseas, sometimes you got no other choice.
Eat
Safe food,
McDonald's.
McDonald's, safe
Yeah,
food.
correct.
Either Starbucks or McDonald's. Starbucks quite scary. I got a story about this one. Anyway, Starbucks or McDonald's. So McDonald's ones, right? I really feel that there is no other burger that does it for me but McSpicy. If I go other country eat, right, you won't get the same level of shock until you eat McSpicy. McSpicy, okay? But if you want something really truly local, for me is a bit Chinese style, 剪刀剪 curry peng.
Caesar's cut curry rice.
Yes, it's
Hainanese
cheap.
style.
It's good. It looks damn ugly.
But it tastes so good.
Yes. Sorry. That one cannot fight.
What's your the dishes on your
Almost everything.
plate? What's on your plate?
Depends. If I'm hosting Muslim friends, then maybe not because it's not halal.
Correct.
But if they are open to eating food not halal certified, but just not pork, then you don't take the pork. But for me, definitely I take the pork.
Pork cutlet.
Pork cutlet plus the loba pork.
Wow.
Okay, curry and the black sauce together.
Wow.
Then eat the cabbage.
Wow.
No need curry vegetable, just the cabbage, 1 fried egg.
Wow.
These 4 must be on my plate. The rest is bonus.
Wow.
These 4 must be on my plate. And the best part is all these 4 together, less than $7. Confirm one. So good.
Facts. Wow. So next time when you all come to Singapore,
Yeah, try and test it by the way.
Yes.
Try and test it. A lot of people really like it.
okay.
Test it, yeah.
That's good. Okay, next question. What's your favorite dance shoe?
My favorite dance shoe. Last time used to be Adidas Superstar 2, specifically 2. But now my favorite dance shoe is Vans Old School, specifically Comfy Cush. Only Comfy Cush.
Comfy Cush, yes.
Only Comfy Cush, yeah. So right now,
Because the old schools feel like a brick on your leg.
yeah.
The no Comfy Cush.
Flat, bro. Like,
It's damn pains, yeah.
it's pain for me. And I'm flat-footed, by the way.
Okay. Last question. If you could pick up another dance style, not popping, not breaking, right? Which would it be and why?
Wait, let me get this clear. I was never a breaker. I tried, guys. I
Okay,
tried.
something that is not popping.
Yeah, I like top rock. Something that's not popping. Okay, rocking is not considered because I used to do rocking also. Hip hop, not really considered. I used to do hip hop. I took house for a little while. House, I want to delve into house a lot. I want to delve deeper into house. I want to delve deeper into Afro, Amapiano.
Amapiano. Ooh.
Specifically because I love Amapiano music.
Can I just say your selection of Amapiano music? Yep, Shafi behind the camera.
Thank you. Yeah,
So
I
good.
really like Amapiano. Amapiano is like the music for my soul. Not the club Amapiano type. The really Amapiano.
Because you played it during your intermission
Sets, yeah.
at the events, right? When you play, everyone just like,
Yeah. It's my goal. Like that's the kind of music I like also. Like, I can't go a day without listening to Amapiano.
Wow.
I can't, yeah.
Okay. So what's the dance style that you want to pick up?
Whacking. I pick up whacking.
Brian, Mel, Richie Zos. Ding, ding.
I think I'll pick up whacking. I think so. I will. I think.
Why? Because you have an appreciation for disco music. Is that one?
Yes, I have an understanding of working that is perhaps not to brag, but I think so. I have an understanding of working that is deeper than most students now, most dancers, and because I think that it is one of those dances that I really resonate with the entire idea of dramatics, pose, poise, power, and the artistry of it. It's a performance-based thing. I like dancing because I started off as a performer in the first place. So I feel that, and I think that I would probably, if I learned the foundations of it and forced myself to do it, maybe I would find an interest to carve out an interesting character for myself in whacking.
Okay, we hope to see that someday.
I don't think it'll ever happen. No time to dedicate to dance.
I see. All right. Thank you so much for agreeing to be part of my show. I really appreciated all the knowledge that you have shared with our viewers as well.
It's my pleasure.
So hope to see you again next time.
Of course.
Hopefully on another episode.
I'll be happy to.
All right. See you next time. Peace.
Bye.